Hi everyone, Vicki Johnson with the St. Cloud APO here to provide you with the highlights from Chapter 2 of the APO's MTP, Looking Ahead 2050. For us to even begin to plan for the future, we need to understand our starting point. This is where the existing conditions chapter comes into play. As one of the longest chapters in the APO's MTP, this section provides a comprehensive overview of the St. Cloud metropolitan planning area. One of the key takeaways from this chapter is that this is really just a snapshot in time. The MTP takes roughly 5 years to develop, so quite a bit of the information contained within this chapter explains the existing conditions as they were in 2020, our starting point for this plan. The existing conditions chapter is broken down into 6 sections. Who lives here? Where are people traveling? When are people traveling? What are people traveling on? Our transportation network. How are people traveling? By driving, walking, biking, taking transit, etc. And why are people traveling? So let's dive in. Kicking off the existing conditions chapter is an overview of the region's demographics. As of the 2020 census, the St. Cloud region has a population of 139,645 individuals, an increase of 7.2% from the 2010 census. A closer look at the demographics shows that our region's population is diversifying. According to the 2020 census, approximately 1 in 4 individuals within the region identify as being Black, Indigenous, or a person of color. The 2010 census, on the other hand, had reported 1 in 10 individuals living in the metro area to be a person of color. In addition to race and ethnicity, the demographics section also provides an overview of other population subsets, including people who have limited English proficiency skills, people with disabilities, housing types and income, households without a motor vehicle, households without access to an internet subscription, level of education, and participation in the labor force. Next, we turn our attention to where people are traveling. Using a variety of different data sets, including the U.S. Census Bureau and the APO's 2021 Regional Household Travel Survey, we have a pretty decent understanding of where people are wanting to travel based on the types of trips they are making. For example, using the data provided, we understand that out of our workforce population, approximately 1 in every 3 people who live in the planning area travel outside the planning area for work, with approximately 12.1% of those individuals traveling to the 7-county Twin Cities metro area for work. Using the household travel survey, we can understand that if people are traveling because they are choosing to dine out, for example, a majority of those trips are occurring along the Division Street corridor. But other dining trips are also clustered around Pinecone Road in Sartell, Benton Drive in Sauk Rapids, and College Avenue in St. Joseph. Just as important as knowing the destinations people are traveling to is the time of day people are traveling. Using data collected from the APO's Regional Household Travel Survey, we have a fairly decent estimate of when people are most likely to travel based upon their trip purpose. For instance, work trips typically have people traveling between 6:30 and 8:30 a.m. and again between 2:30 and 6 p.m. during the week. Now, we can't have an existing conditions section in a transportation plan without talking about the transportation system itself. In addition to the demographics and travel characteristics, Chapter 2 focuses on providing an overview of the existing network. This is broken down into discussions on roadways, transit, active transportation, other transportation options, and freight. So in terms of roadways, the existing conditions section outlines various roadway characteristics, such as functional classification, vehicle miles traveled, and average annual daily traffic volumes on roadways. This section also looks at several performance measures, such as safety, pavement and infrastructure condition, and travel delay. Finally, our roadway section concludes with a look at the overall performance of our transportation network. Evaluating roadways on an A to F scale, a process known as level of service, we can determine how well traffic flows along a street or roadway. Roadways rated A through C are doing well. Roadways D and E are experiencing some delays, and roadways receiving an F are carrying way too much traffic to be able to function as they should. Based on the data collected, roadways within the APO's planning area are functioning rather well, with 96% falling within the A through C category. However, the 4% of roadways not doing so well are the roadway corridors such as Highway 15 and Highway 23. Turning to transit, the existing conditions chapter provides a general overview of the services Metrobus provides within the cities of St. Cloud, Sartell, Sauk Rapids, and Wake Park. The transit section discusses the fixed route and dial-a-ride services, and provides insights into various metrics such as ridership numbers by service, revenue hours by service, revenue miles by service, and passengers per hour by service. Similar to roadways, the transit section also includes a review of performance measures, including the condition of Metrobus assets, such as buses and buildings, as well as safety. The St. Cloud area has an ever expanding active transportation network, a network designed to be used by people who walk, bike, or use any other human powered device, such as a wheelchair, rollerblades, or scooters. Made up of a combination of on road and off road facilities, this type of infrastructure is often used by people who choose to exercise or participate in some sort of outdoor recreation. Chapter 2 provides a look at the active transportation network, including the location and condition of the existing infrastructure, as well as regional facilities like the Lake Wobegon Trail or the Beaver Islands Trail. While the work APO staff is charged to complete focuses primarily on roadways, transit, and active transportation, we understand that those are not the only way people choose to get around. The other transportation options section of Chapter 2 provides a review of services such as Uber and Lyft, taxis, medical transportation services, school buses, rural transit providers like TriCap, the airport, Amtrak, Jefferson Lines, and Northstar. Towards the end of the existing conditions chapter, APO staff analyzed freight movements through the region, reviewing the ways goods move into, out of, and through our region by roadway or rail. Finally, Chapter 2 concludes with a discussion on the impacts transportation has on the economy. An effective transportation system helps attract businesses to the region and helps connect workers to jobs. Local economic development experts provide their insights on the importance transportation plays in keeping the St. Cloud region competitive. And that's your brief overview of Chapter 2, Existing Conditions. Want to dive deeper into the data or read more for yourself? Be sure to download the draft from the APO's website. Thanks for watching.